Welcome, guys, to another session of Ama Ask Master Anything. My name is Angela, and today we have Master Shri Akarshana.
Namaste.
Namaste. And today we have a really interesting question. How do you achieve non-duality?
Okay. Maybe first of all, what is the goal of the question? Like, what does the person want to know?
Well, you know how we live in a world of duality,
Mm.
where there is happiness and there is sadness.
And this person's asking how to stay in sadness with no happiness.
No, but
They
there
want
is
the other way
another
around.
state, how you can be blissful and happy all the time. Kind of. So how can you achieve the non-duality, meaning not being able to leave those two things, but just one thing in this moment,
Okay.
just being happy all the time?
Got it. So the practice is detachment. That's all.
And how do you do detachment?
So the only reason we get unhappy about things is because we're attached. As human beings, ego is there, attachment is there, ownership, feeling of ownership is there. The moment we're able to lessen that feeling, so it works step by step. You
Okay.
can't say one day I'm attached, second day, no attachment, non-duality. No. So there will be a difference. And actually, if we don't even talk about non-duality first, let's take one step back first and achieve that one, which is if we take up-down curve, people's up-down curve is like this. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Happiness, sadness, happiness, sadness. Yeah. It's like this. What we are saying is, how do we take our happiness to this level?
And stay there.
No, not yet. And our sadness is at this level, meaning our sadness is even higher than somebody's happiness stage.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So, meaning that if we are first able, so we will still have up-down curve. So, will I sometimes feel more excited and sometimes feel less excited? My less excited will already be classified as the,
Sadness part?
yeah, but not using sadness word, but it's the down stage.
Okay.
So if we look at up-down, actually, duality is still happening. There's still up-down. But what we're talking about is high happiness and low happiness, right?
I mean, yeah, staying in the same vibration.
But vibration has to be up-down, so it will still be up-down. You can't say it's just going to be up, it's just going to be down. So it won't be that. We're just saying raising the whole bar.
Okay.
So the practice of raising the whole bar is kind of rewinding to another question you had just before for me, which was before we went onto the show, when you asked, how can a person stop being affected by other people?
Yeah.
How can you? How can a person not be upset by other people?
Yes.
Right. In exactly the same way, the reason why we get upset and upset by people, is upset by situation, is because we have the attachment to outcome. This is not what I asked for.
Yeah.
Right? Attachment to what I want, right? That's not what I want. So anything that is outside of the result that we want, sometimes we get frustrated, we get angry, we get upset, we get disappointed. That is because we have an expectation and an attachment to the outcome. If we never have any attachment to outcome, we are open for anything. And a very simple mantra is to say, universe, you are the creator. You created me. Everything that happens, you are most powerful. So I will just trust and I'll just flow with whatever you put comes my way. And I'll learn to enjoy in every situation. And the fascinating thing is, before, when Grandmaster was running the yoga, you were saying that Grandmaster ended the session by telling everybody, stop asking so many questions and focus on body first.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Right? And the average person will be like, what do you mean stop asking questions? I got questions. What do you mean focus on my body? How's that going to answer my questions? Actually, it's because when we are practicing asana, when you are taking left knee on right elbow, right? And is it very comfortable when you're there?
It's not comfortable at all.
Okay. And what is our practice? Our practice is when your left knee is on right elbow to feel what?
Gratitude.
To try and feel gratitude.
Yes.
That is the practice. So when we try and feel that, what are we doing? We are learning how to feel grateful and happy even during challenging times, because challenges will still happen. So a world of non-duality, if you're talking about, hey, how can we just be happy all the time? It's very simple. Is practice. So what we're saying is, start practicing. Take your left knee. Everybody should take left knee and put on right elbow. and then put the the other foot in the sky. And if at that time you can still smile and genuinely from the bottom of your heart say, I love the way the universe works and I love my life and I'm so grateful to be alive. If you can genuinely do that, let me tell you something, your whole bar has risen already.
Mm-hmm.
What will happen is people will do things, people will say things, some people will come into your life, some people will leave your life. When they leave you, it'll be like, I'm grateful that I'm still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Even though your loved one
Has gone.
has gone.
Bye-bye.
Even though some people or certain thing, maybe your pet died or something, has left. When they're that moment they're leaving, you are, I'm grateful that I'm alive. Now some people will say that's insanity. That's non-human. Actually, this is a non-human practice. We are talking about superhuman.
I was about to say, I mean, I don't know if all of the people who are watching know what type of yoga we do, but it's not clearly the one that stand there. It's a
Not
really
just lie there.
challenging type of yoga that we do, and we try to reflect the poses, the asanas that we do into our real life. So that's why Master is saying when you put your right knee in your right elbow, it's really challenging, but we try to focus not only in the actual practice, but how we can represent it in our life.
That's right. Because when we take that learning, we take it into our physical reality, meaning everyday life, that practice is carried on. And so the practice is like that. Detachment is the practice. Second thing, strength of spirit. No matter what happens, I'm strong, right? Strength of mind. No matter what happens, I'm not affected. So you can't be affected by others. And a deeper practice for people is the practice of witnessing.
I think that's one of the hardest things, especially because right now all of these things are happening, right? Like all of this pandemic and all of these things, and it's really hard. Like last night, for example, I had a family reunion over Zoom, and at the end of the call, all my aunts started talking about everything about all their families being affected and things, and I was just sitting there and looking at them. And it was really, if it wasn't because we are in this environment of positivity and understanding, then things are happening for a reason. You completely will be immersed into all the negativity and be affected by all of these things. But I think that's really hard for people to do, just to sit there and be able to witness without having too much attachment towards what's happening in the world.
I think that, Angela, you actually just stated another thing that people need to do is to understand their tribe. Yeah, because you notice, because you're in this tribe, when people are in a different tribe, there's no room for negativity because everybody's positivity. When everybody's speaking positive around you, suddenly you turn into positivity. So we're affected by tribe. So that's another thing. But when we talk about, you say it's difficult. Yes, it's difficult, especially if tribe is not helping.
Yeah.
But when tribe is helping, it makes it a lot easier. When tribe is helping, the practice is witnessing. And witnessing is what? Is letting go of the emotional attachment to things. So, observe everything like a movie. It's happening. Everything that you believe to be real will be real. Everything that you don't believe to be real is not real. So, things can be, somebody can be throwing abuse at you right now, saying all this abuse at you, right? Let me tell you something. The interesting thing is some people look at some people who are psychos. Something wrong with them, they say. And some psychos, they are always blissful, always happy. Always laughing.
That's right? The way that you achieve non-duality.
But this is a funny thing because you can look at a psycho and say, hey, you're crazy, what's wrong with you? But they're laughing all day long. Actually, in their mind, they're probably thinking, what's wrong with you?
You're not laughing.
And you seem annoyed and pissed off and frustrated that I'm happy, right? Yeah. And they're just blissful. So you can challenge them and you say, hey, there's something wrong with you. But in their mind, it's real. What you believe to be real is real. So when certain things happen in life, to not be affected by it, to stay in this positive vibration, blissful state, is just to be non-emotional attachment towards things. And it's a practice. It's not saying everybody will watch this video, come off it, and never be unhappy again. It will continue to happen for some time. But if they practice it, every situation, practice it. Laugh, smile, feel gratitude at every situation. And then slowly, one will become more and more present in that moment to enjoy the blissful state.
Yeah, and I think it's also like not to say like, oh, you're not compassionate towards the situation, or you're not being, we may be like being this woo woo world, but it's not about that. I think it's just being able to do all the things that you have said, Master, but into a third dimension type of thing. Of course, I mean, in my point of view, for me, I'm still compassionate to all the situation that's happening, but not being immersed into
I think that's the
that
problem with the world
situation.
today.
Yeah.
Everybody's immersed in the whole thing. So it's very simple. When we post positivity during pandemic, we post positivity online. People are commenting.
Yeah.
Do you not know what's happening in the world right now? People are dying. You guys are just laughing and dancing and so happy every single day. And it's like, oh, it's like,
Yeah.
so we need to step back a second and think. So the people who are frustrated by that, by being frustrated, uh, what are they helping or who are they helping?
Yeah.
Actually, they're not helping either. So the only way, when darkness is there, the only way is to shed light. So keep spreading light, keep sharing kindness, keep shedding positivity, love, compassion, and keep passing that on.
You guys, that's the way to be at a blissful state. Just being present all the time and being able to do that practice every day. And like as you said, Master, it's not like you watch the video and by the end of the video you will be detached from everything.
Maybe
It's
some will.
that would be nice, but it's just a daily practice, and that was really insightful, Master. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. So guys, if you have enjoyed this video or have learned anything at all, please let us know below. And if you have any questions for Master, please make sure to post it in our creator circle where we take all of our questions. But for now, namaste, Master,
Namaste.
and have a great day.